Hey, hello everyone. This is The Spotlight, and I'm your host, Troy Rawlings. Today on The Spotlight, we have an amazing entrepreneur, female entrepreneur from the East Coast, from Maryland, by way of Jamaica in the islands. Amazing entrepreneur, amazing business owner, as well as now event producer and a number of things. I'm excited to have on the show today, Miss Kim Mack. How are you, Kim?
I'm doing great. How are you?
We're great. So, for those that don't know, most of our listeners may not know you, even though a lot on the East Coast and especially our Jamaican listeners may have a little inkling of who you are. Where are you from? Where you reside?
I'm in the Montgomery County area in Maryland, right outside, about 40 minutes outside of Washington, D.C.
Very cool. Well, where's your descent, I should say? Because when I met you, I got a chance to meet you, almost 3 years ago now. And you were telling me about an event you were doing in Jamaica. And then you broke down that your parents were from Jamaica. So how did your parents get to the D.C. area from Jamaica? Or did you migrate away from your folks? How did that occur?
Well, my mom actually went to Rutgers. So when she went to Rutgers, okay. She was pre-med. And there were only, I think, about 8 African Americans in her class. So actually most of my family is migrating from the Caribbean, Jamaica, to New Jersey. And then my mom moved here about when I was 5 to this area.
Awesome. How do you like Maryland? How do you like I'm a Baltimore born and raised cat, so how do you like Maryland area?
I love Maryland because we're in the suburbs. So it's quiet, it's peaceful, everything shuts down at like 9 o'clock, 9:30, as opposed to being in New Jersey, which was the inner city where it's up all night. You know, people are always moving. There's a bodega always open. There's always something going on.
Right.
This area that we live at right now is really good for families.
So New Jersey has kind of the New York vibe going. D.C. kind of has a little bit of vibe, but I guess there's nothing like New York.
Nothing like New York, yeah.
Right, New York, New Jersey.
Especially where, like, the part where we were from in New Jersey, because there are definitely suburbs in New Jersey. But where we were from was more the hustle and the bustle, and it had a really New York vibe to it.
Very cool. Now you talked about the New York vibe. Is that the islands? Where does your drive come from? Because for people that don't know, how many businesses do you have right now?
I don't know how many businesses I have sometimes.
Just name off top of your dome. Just name off the ones you can rattle off real quick.
So I have Voyages by Kim. Then we have our WOW wedding and our WOW women expos.
Mm-hmm.
I also have Insure Me, which is Kim Insure Me. I have my parents' business, which they own Amnesia Nightclub. So I help them with that. I have my foundation, which is my charity, which is Kim's Causes. I think that's it. And then coming next year, I am almost done with my real estate license, so I'll be adding in real estate pretty soon also.
Wedding and event planning, insurance company, travel, nonprofit. You're helping your parents with a nightclub and I guess resort hotel venue they own in Jamaica, as well as you're going into real estate.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, where does your drive come from? Where do you get your drive?
Well, my parents. Well, number one, we're Caribbean, and Caribbeans are always like, you need another job. So it's really just comes to that mentality.
That's a terrible stereotype. Well, that's a great stereotype actually, but that's a funny stereotype. And it's like, we need another job. Like, oh, you sleep?
Pretty much.
Get another job.
Pretty much, it's exactly what it boils down to. But really, I'm really unique in my family. That my dad's always taught me that if you quit, then you're losing because you're giving up. So it comes a little bit from my parents because they were so hard on me that it was like, you have to do this, and you have to do this, and you have to stay focused. And on top of that, I was the only child, so I couldn't really do anything. So I think my drive actually comes from me. It's not my parents. My dad has multiple businesses also, but I think it's me. It's my inner me of just, I want to stay out of trouble, I want to stay busy, and working. How can you get in trouble working?
That's true. That's true. If you keep your time, they say idle mind is the devil's workshop. So if you keep and idle hands. So if you keep your mind occupied, and it's a great way to do it. Let's think back. Let's go back in time. Let's go back in your history. As a child, what did you want to be most when you grew up? Was there anything you looked at or any person you looked at when you were coming up? Did you say, yes, that's what I want to do? I remember at one point in time, I said, yes, I want to be a construction worker because I really like the trucks. I like the trucks and the colors of the trucks and going past. Even now, when I go past a construction site, it does something. I don't know if I'm supposed to get into that later on in life or I don't know. But what did you want to be most when you were a child?
That's the funniest thing because people always ask me that, and I cannot remember. I'm a person that lives in the moment, and I live day to day. I don't know, why, but I've never been able to say I wanted to be a doctor or I want to be a lawyer. I do know that I started businesses when I was younger on my own because I like money. I can't stand to be broke, so I like money. But I don't think when I was a child, I wasn't even saying, oh, when I get older, I want to be an entrepreneur. Even though I was starting businesses, I never did that.
Right.
It's just what I did.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So, and you mentioned, what was one of your first businesses that you started when you were a child?
My first one was actually babysitting. So I would use stencils and those little bubble things and fill those in and then put those on people's doors and people that I knew that had kids. So I would say that my first job was babysitting. By the time I was halfway through elementary school, I already had a full-time babysitting job and a lot of the kids in the neighborhood. Oh,
cool. So you were the go-to. And how old were you? You were the go-to. We all need... Man, I wish we had some go-tos nowadays. Times have changed.
Yeah.
Your first business was babysitting. You marketed to the neighborhood. You became the one. Okay, from then to now, what excites you about business now?
I think it's the fact that every day is different, and you have to make your own path. Because even when I think about, for example, my insurance company, I'm looking at insurance, and I'm like, well, I have my own business. I can sit here. I can bring in my own sponsors. I can take it any way that I want to go, where I can customize it. I can offer dog insurance. I can venture out into different states. So it's the fact and the flexibility of being able to do whatever. It's the freedom. I think it's me and the freedom because I'm Jamaican. We just want to be free. I think that's really what it is. I'm not confined. No one telling me what to do all day, how to do it, when to work. So I think it's just just how flexible and how different every day is. Nothing's the same.
Exactly. I
I think it's the fact that people trust me. They like me and they trust me, and I'm able to help, create jobs and, further myself. So that's what I like about it.
We're back. You're listening to The Spotlight. I am your host, Troy Rawlings, and we're interviewing Miss Kim Mack, entrepreneur, 18,000 businesses. No. she's actually, Kim Mack is going to be one of our hosts at LA Radio Now. She has the Fun with Kim show hosted by Kim Mack, which is going to be amazing. She has Wild Wedding Expos coming up. She has a company called Voyages by Kim. Kim Insure Me, where she does insurance. She's part owner of the Jamaican nightclub / resort, Amnesia Nightclub. Wild Weddings and Voyages by Kim is an overall travel and wedding excursion company. She has Kim's Causes. She's doing real estate. And she's a pastor. Is there anything I missed?
No, but I'd love to add some more on by next time we talk.
Oh my goodness,
I'm pretty spread out.
How in the world? I look at people like Gary Vee, and we have people like Tony Robbins, and all these different people. But Gary Vee is big on just motivating people to do their most and the most hours in business. Elon Musk talks about how many hours he has. But Gary Vee is married with kids. You have two beautiful, active sons. How do you find work-life balance with everything?
I work around my life. Everyone's like, oh, you work so much. Well, I work around my life. So even if I wake up,
that's probably the quote. Working, that's probably the quote of the year. I did not expect to hear that. With all these businesses, you're telling me you don't evolve your life around your business. You evolve your businesses around your life.
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
So everyone is listening now. How do you do that?
For example, I wake up, start working. If the kids need you need to drop them off something, I stop what I'm doing. I drop them off whatever they need. I'll sit here and I'll start working. If they're ready for dinner, I'll go make dinner. And then I'll come back and start working, or I'll drop them off at practice and come back and do a radio interview. So I just work around my life. And that's
now, mind you, I say this also because some people may be like, "Oh, she works from home. It's easy." You don't work from home. You work from home, but you have offices too.
Yeah, I have a little bit of everything. Correct.
It's amazing. So, how long did it take you to? How can you find? Because I'm a full-time dad and doing business. When did you realize you had? Because somebody asked me recently, is it overwhelming? I said, shoot, my daughter's 6 has been overwhelming for 6 years. But you just function in it somehow. You find
right.
It's a weird way of finding balance. You take time to breathe. You learn how to take more time for yourself. You learn things that can be positive vices, I guess, instead of negative vices. And especially when you have the little eyes looking at you. So, what things do you do to relax? I know one of them, which is funny to me. It's not funny to me, but it was funny when you mentioned it. But what things do you do to relax?
I work out. Working out is great because it gives you time to think. I have multiple fish tanks, which I think is probably what you're talking about.
Multiple what? Fish tanks, right? You don't even call them aquariums. You call them fish tanks.
Yeah, aquarium, fish tanks. What I do to relax is spending time with my family. Like, we'll just stop, watch a movie. So I spend a lot of time with my family, and I spend a lot of time praying. I pray about almost everything. So that's what I do to relax. I try to work out as much as possible. I take care of my fish tanks, because when something's stressing me out, I can always look over at my fish, and I'm like, man, that's a peaceful life.
You guys are just swimming around, not listening to nothing I'm saying right now.
Yeah.
All you're waiting for is me to come over to the tank.
Yeah. And I actually like to fish. I know as a girl that's really weird because there's not a lot of people out there fishing. It's cold right now. But to me, it's like, how can I outsmart the fish today?
You know what's so funny? I know guys that fish, but I've been seeing more and more women, especially in the Maryland, Virginia area, who fish and hunt.
Yeah.
I know a couple women that hunt.
Yeah.
So what's a major achievement that you'd like to accomplish short term in the next 2 years, 24 months? What's something you'd like to accomplish business-wise?
My goal would be to set up a call center in another country. Right now we have a call center. My family has some locations outside of the country. So if I could set up some call centers in other countries, that would be great. My only goal and what makes me happy right now is giving other people jobs.
Wow.
That's why I did the wedding expos, is because in my community, number one, there's never been a wedding expo here. But number two, if I'm able to create 20 jobs off that from hiring people, and then also the vendors get more jobs and, more opportunities. On top of that, the hotel sales, the gas sales from this area, the restaurant sales. If I'm able to create jobs, I am happy. Like, that's it. That's what I love doing. So to me, if I can create 100-200 jobs a year and keep that going, I'd be happy.
Amazing. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to The Spotlight. This is where we spotlight different entrepreneurs, actors, authors, singers, chefs, anybody you can think of who's doing something amazing. And we have Miss Kim Mack, entrepreneur. She lives in the Maryland, D.C. area. And one other thing, we were talking about business. We've been talking about a lot of things with business. Your son started business young as well. What was that business that they had? When I met you, they had a business going.
Yeah, they had Bros Paws, which was selling pet supplies and pet food. So they have pets themselves. They have puppies themselves. So that was their first business, was pet supplies. Pet supplies
and Bros Paws. I'm telling them if they ever want to bring it back, I'll be there West Coast, because here in California, we have, well, I guess the world over, we have more dogs than we have children. So
yeah,
we have some major events coming up in 2018. I'm happy that I'll be working with you again, actually on United States soil now. Well, I guess Jamaica's United States soil too, but but we'll be in the DMV and we'll be doing the MLK